Louisiana Beer Review Special Edition, Samichlaus Classic Revisited. This is the can version. I hadn't seen the cans. I saw other people reviewing it and they were showing the cans, but it started showing up around here. When I bought this at the Red, White, and Brew on United States Highway 190 in Hammond, Louisiana, the westbound side of the highway, they had the bottles and the cans, and they're both 330 milliliters. Yeah. There's a mistake on the printing in English. It says European Union 330 milliliters. Then in English, for the in the English system for the United States, it says 1 pint, 0.9 fluid ounces. That would be 500 milliliters. There's no 16.9 ounces. That's a mistake. Mistake right there. Imported by Vetten Importers of Chantilly, Virginia. Product of Austria beer. Brewed by Family Brewery Schloss Eggenberg. In Vorsdorf, Austria. Vorsdorf, Austria. Now this company, like the castle, goes way back to the 1600s or something like that. But the brewing operations had gone defunct. I think the modern company didn't start till 1997. It is a family-owned brewery. So this is more of a modern classic. There's a code letter L/170931. I don't know what that's supposed to represent. Okay. So, is it fresh? Is it old? It must be kind of new because, like I said, I never saw the cans around here, and then this is the first time I've seen it. So it's the classic. They make a Helles, which is bright, and they make the Schwartz, which is black beer, and they call these their Stark beers. They're crafted. Sorry. It might say Stark beer somewhere else on there, but they call them crafted, which I think is powerful. Okay, the world's most extraordinary beverage, and there's Samichlaus on there, Santa Claus. So they brew this every year on December 6th. They age it for 10 months. Then they release it. The 3 variants. Okay. It's expensive, so let's not even discuss the price. 1 can is extremely expensive. Full to the top. 14% alcohol. They don't list the bitterness units on the website. They did have the Schwartz beer over there in bottles. And they had the Helles in bottles. And they had this in bottles. This is the only one they had in cans. Now the bottles say malt liquor, but the cans just say authentic Austrian triple bock. Okay, not a double bock, a triple bock. 14%, I'll go along with that. It's very murky, and the color is rust red, and it has a few lazy bubbles. You're not going to get much head of foam, a little bit of ivory head, but these things are too strong for foam. Won't give you much lacing. I can smell it over here. They're so concentrated. And they were talking about smell like brandy. I'm smelling plums. Brandy made from grapes. Let's see. It's a warming afternoon. It was cold this morning, but now it's getting warm. Low humidity, bright, sunny skies. The good kind of, it's one of those good winter days in Louisiana, southeastern Louisiana. All right. Raisins, plums, dates. Grain. Now, the website says it's a barley wine. But I thought a barley wine was supposed to be an ale. The can's saying the triple bock. So can a barley wine? It was saying it in the website is German. You know, it was all in German, Austrian German. So it was saying clearly saying barley wine. Very, very strong boozy aroma. It does smell like a maybe a plum wine or raisin, something brandy. All right. 28 proof. Of course, those are 80 proof minimum, but you wouldn't have a glass this big unless you were trying to get to be a hospital patient. Where do I start? Extremely strong. Malt, sweet grain. Is it all water, barley malt, hops, and yeast? It's not making any claim to follow the German Reinheitsgebot. And I don't know if Austria was ever part of that. I mean, Austria was part of Germany at times, but for most of the history of the country, not for the last 80 years. So maybe they allow sugar like corn syrup to be added to get it that high fermented. Raisins, dates, heavy oak. I think they must be aging it in old wine barrels. Most likely sherry or port. Sweetness is 5 out of 5 sugar cubes. The bitterness, it's low bitterness. I'm gonna say 2 out of 5 hop cones, but I think it's more like 1.5. I'm thinking it might not, but it perceives like, I'm perceiving it like 1.5. So low bitterness and extraordinarily high sweetness. So it's not a balanced product by any means. The alcohol level is over the top. It's definitely a Euro strong lager from Central Europe. Heavy body. Very sweet finish. Is it cloying? Like so sweet it makes you kind of ill. The smell is like that. The aroma is like, ooh. When I first opened the can and started pouring it, it was like pushing me back. Beer Advocate's giving it a 90 out of 100, 9 out of 10. Untapped's not as thrilled with it. They're giving it like 69, which would translate over to 79 on Beer Advocate. So they're thinking it's sort of mediocre. How would this go over in the modern craft beer world? Well, maybe not too well. When I first started hearing about this around 2011, it's like a big deal. Now it's sort of just sit on the shelf. A few people buy it as a curiosity piece, probably never had it. There's a lot of date and raisin. Now, they have no dates or raisins added. To my knowledge, there's no natural flavors added. And I think from Europe, it would have to say, you know, like malt beverage with natural flavors. let's work under the assumption that it is a Reinheitsgebot German purity law beer. Water, barley malt, hops, and yeast. I don't know how they could achieve what I'm tasting with that, but if you got evidence, don't make a comment like, oh, I got a friend, he goes to Austria a lot, and he knows people that say it's got whatever in it. No, I need a real source that can be verified. If there's something that can prove that it's not just water, barley malt, hops, and yeast, let me know. I keep getting a fly going around here, a little gnat. It probably smells this, and it will smell a little bit like turned fruit. Like the gnats probably think something's rotting. I'm saying that, I'm not saying that as a joke. Barley wine. It has many wine qualities. At 14%, it's almost a dessert wine. Anything above 14 is a dessert wine. So, does it taste more like a wine than a beer? It's sort of a hybrid. And if you don't like red wine, or a sweet red wine, like if you're thinking of like honestly, some of these inexpensive American dessert wines like Taylor Port, or that runs in at 18, or the 17% Wild Irish Rose, they're super sweet like this. If you don't think you would like something like that, you probably wouldn't like something like this. I'm not trying to, those are inexpensive. This is extremely expensive gourmet beer, but it's just what I'm thinking of. Now they don't have the complexity. They'll be kind of like a flat flavor in a way, like it's kind of like a just one line going across it, just like a flavor. Not a bad flavor, but they don't have any complexity to them. Well, I guess those do have some, but not like this. The alcohol, yeah, you can pick it up. It has boozy qualities, but like I say, it's not a liquor. It's a malt liquor, according to the bottles. And according to their own website showing that. But so what's the question? What's the question? We know. What's the answer? I don't know. Malt liquor, triple bock, says it there. Barley wine. It's a lager. I don't know. Is it a purity beer, or is it containing flavoring or other grain adjuncts like corn or corn syrup? I don't know. But like I say, I'm assuming that it's just a purity beer, German purity law beer. Look how that looks like raisin wine. Can you make wine from raisins? I'm sure you could. I don't know would it be any good. Some viewers could tell me. Do I still give it a high score? Oh yeah. Now you will notice a little chalky mouthfeel. A little bit. You get these high gravity lagers of low or expensive price point. They'll have, now the low ones, the low price range will have a lot of chalkiness. They can come across real rough. This, it smooths out. As it breathes, it smooths out. So, but it's a knockout beer. I'm gonna sip the rest later. You know, it's just too strong to sit here and drink. Whatever the case, I'm gonna go with 100 out of 100. I'm gonna say it's outstanding. I'm not gonna go above 100. I'm not gonna say world class. I'm not ready to go there. But definitely 100 out of 100. One of the most extraordinary beers in the world, like they're saying on the label. Don't think this company only makes these knockout beers. They make mini beers. They make a lot of like 5.1% alcohol beers. But we never see them in the United States. I guess the importer figures that people are not going to be interested in regular old German lagers. They want the the gimmick, if you want to call it, the gimmick beers. Okay, I get that, but I would love to try all the rest because their portfolio is huge. So anyway, thank you, Schloss Eggenberg, for making these wonderful products. But yeah, you get a 4-pack, it'll be about, well, could be $28, something like that. All right, so Laissez Les Bon Temps Relais, a fabulous, amazing product. And this is like one of the crazy sides of beer, crazy points of beer. Maybe a beer is like a star with different points on it. This is one of the crazy points of beer, but it makes it fun and interesting. So Laissez Les Bon Temps Relais, and I'm going to end this review by saying y'all go to Austria and take a brewery tour.